Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Color X Malice. I think we're on Enomoto's route, so I'm gonna explain that. I was curious because what we said to Sasuzuki, that's his name, right? God, I don't know why his name is so fucking complicated, but yeah. Sasuzuka, yeah, not Yuki. Anyway, what we said to him and what we said to Enomoto, right? And we didn't have any choice to talk to. Well, we haven't had a choice to talk to Okazaki. So I was really curious those choices, like what we said to the two of them, what it would be. So I just quickly looked. I'm not using the guide, and I didn't look at any other choices, but I wanted to look at those two. And what we picked is exactly for both choices. Like, you don't care if I die, and like, I want to trust you, are exactly what you should choose to have gone down Enomoto's route right now, just for those two choices, because that's the only thing I looked at. Because obviously, the first one, we know what happens when you choose the wrong thing on the first one, because we did that on purpose. And you choose the exact opposite to get down Sasuzuka's route. So, yeah. Yeah, so it's not just a matter of what you say to one of them, obviously. Because I was curious. I was like, well, did we say anything right to anyone? So everything we've said was right for Enomoto. So, and I don't know if there's other choices left in this chapter. I don't know if we're gonna see anything for Okazaki. And obviously choices that might help for Yanagi and Shiraishi aren't gonna matter because we can't go down their routes anyway. So that doesn't, those choices don't matter. But I know like when I was reading it said that the first chapter choices, things that you say directly to them make a difference. So that's why I was concerned. So I was like, okay, well, we talked to him once and we had a thing with him and we talked to him. It's not things that we've saying to everything. It's specifically to him and specifically to him. So I was kind of like wondering like what were the right options between the two of them. So I think we're heading this direction right now. I don't know if there's other choices in the route. We could be blindly look. I was just literally looking at those first two because there's one other choice that you would have had before this, but it says only after you've completed one route. So I don't know who points, which it might actually be you pushing you. That could actually be a choice that pushes you toward Shiraishi because he's available after you've completed at least one route. So that might be a like a choice that you get that's to put you on his path. But we'll be using a guide at that point. But I'm really more just curious where we were between the two choices we made. So I'm not looking at a guide or anything. I'm just really curious whose route. And I did not want to go down his first just because he's such a bitch and I kind of want to save him. I was really leaning for Enomoto or Okazaki. So we'll see now. We're at least heading toward Enomoto, I think. I don't know where we are with Okazaki, but I was just kind of curious between the two of them and those two choices we had. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, suddenly there was a knock on the door. Somebody's here? I made sure my collar was hidden and then looked over at the door. It's Okazaki, come on. Suddenly, Yanagi's hand covered my mouth. Huh? What is he? When I looked at him in confusion, he silently shook his head. He's telling me not to talk? I nodded and Yanagi removed his hand. Detectives, this is the police. Here on a routine patrol. This hour? Where have I heard that voice before? Okazaki? Oh. Everybody gave me a sharp look for blurting out Okazaki's name. Oh, I didn't blurt it out, though. It was in my head. I just heard a voice. If you're in there, please open the door. They all heaved sighs and I hung my head. Sorry. You are serious. You seriously are one dumb cat. Hold on, can I sneeze? Right there, and as soon as I mute, I was like... Okay. Sorry, Okazaki. Can't let you in today. We're helping a client. A client? Oh, you mean Cat, right? I was waiting for the glares. Cat? What the heck? He's talking about me. Actually, I told him about the time when Okazaki tried to talk to me. What's up with that? Well, when you had to throw him off your trail. Well, you had to throw him off your trail. Shouldn't we match up our stories too? We can't just say that we took a job from you. We can just say that we took a job from you. Looking for a lost cat or whatever. Looking for a lost cat! That's what I was not even kidding. I love him because I wish I had said it. But I was seriously thinking when it's like, yeah, I offered them a job. If he was going to ask us, my brain literally, I was like, we lost our cat and we need help finding it. Like, because that just sounded so suspicious and stupid after what we said. That's amazing. Oh, God. Okazaki knows our detective agency is just a front. A flimsy excuse will just give him more reason to follow us around. What a pain. We don't need to get into that much detail. Real PIs must respect client confidentiality. I nodded at Unagi's explanation. Yeah, but he's going to see me around work. Once I understood, he opened the door. You finally opened up! Awfully rude of you pretending to be out. He would have just come in the window. Okazaki strolled into the middle of the room and smiled at me. Good evening, kitty cat! Hello. I'm intrigued by him. I kind of want to go down his route first because he seems like the weirdest and strange and like I don't have a vibe for him. Like everyone else, I've so far gotten something like Enomoto. You're like, he's kind of gruff on the outside, but I think he's like probably like a sweetheart, right? And then, because even the gruffy kind of ones are usually sweethearts, right? Like even the Impeis who were like, oh, I'm all over you and in love with you. He was a sweetheart, right? But I just feel like Enomoto's like a shy sweetheart. Sasazuka is like such a fucking bitch, but he's gonna be amazing. But I just like the bitchy characters too. And of course, Shiraishi is fucking insane. He's a goddamn weirdo, and I love the goddamn weirdos, so I love him. And then, of course, Yanagi is just like, oh, why are you so pretty? But I get nothing out of Okazaki. Like, nothing. Like, it's like, oh, he seems cheerful, but a little weird. And I'm like, yeah, no. I don't know. I'm just not feeling him. I can't. Like, everyone else has something endearing about them that I like about them. He's, like, at the bottom of the, like, that's why he's like a ghost. It's like he's not there. You're like, everybody else is, oh, you're here. You were, because I feel like he's got nothing. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm intrigued by him because he's a little strange, and I want to know what's up with him. But it's really more like me, like, ooh, so what's going on with him? Not that I'm interested in him. I'm interested in the mystery of him. So it's kind of sad. Kind of sad, really. I want to be more like, oh, I can't wait to go down his path because he seems like a great guy. It's more like, I'm going to go down his path because I want to know, like, what the fuck is up with this dude? But I don't know. I don't have expectations for his path. And I'm not like, oh, I can't wait. It's going to be so good. You know? Nah. Like, I don't know. For now, we've decided that I'll start contributing to the investigation tomorrow. If I stay here any longer, I might let something slip and cause problems. I should leave this to them and then go home. Oh, and go home. Then that settles my business. Thank you for taking on my request. Pretending to be a client, I then started to leave the room. Hey, wait! I mean, he's got pretty eyes. But doesn't he just look like, hi? Like, he might get I don't know. I don't know. There's something strange about him. I'm not sure if I like it or not. I don't know. Like, I don't know what to think about him. Until Okazaki blocked my path. This felt familiar. Like, it was endearing, like he just fell asleep on her. Like, that's cute and creepy. And he, like, pops in the window, which is kind of cute and a little creepy. Like, he has moments where you're like, oh, he's kind of cute. But he's also kind of creepy. I don't know. So I, like, swing back. I'm, like, on a swing. Like, 1 minute, you're like, oh. Like, I don't know what to make of him yet. I don't know. Right now, I'm in the, like, phase. He does have really pretty eyes, though. They're like opals. I do like them. He has sleepy eyes, too. You know? Like, again, cover up the Muppet mouth and stuff, but, like, look at the eyes. They're, like, so pretty, like, super thick, like, eyelashes, but they're kinda half closed. They're, like, sleepy bedroom eyes, not, like, sexy bedroom eyes. They're, like, sleepy, dreamy bedroom eyes. I mean, he's cute, don't get me wrong, but I just don't know what the deal is with him. Not sure if I find him, like, weird cute or creepy. Like, it's like a combination of both. He'll probably grow on me, but right now I'm on that, like, I don't know what to think of you. Anyway. It's late, so I'll take you home. A girl shouldn't be out alone at this hour. I knew it. But didn't you have your own business to attend to here? It's okay. I can come back later. Why don't we get going now? He's saying all that while smiling again. I turned around to ask the people behind me for help, but it'd be even more suspicious if we stepped in. Leave her. Even the stupid cat can handle Okazaki. She managed this morning, so she'll probably be fine, I think. They're giving up because I'm not worth it. I'm not worth it. Hey, shouldn't we hurry? If it gets too late, your family might start to worry. My refusals this morning had no effect, and they wouldn't work now as I expected. I left the place with Okazaki pushing my back. He's a little pushy and weird, right? He's kind of stalkery, like a little creepy. It's a little creepy. It's not like friendly, it's a little creepy. But like, I wonder if it's just like a front for something. You know what I mean? Like, what exactly is it that he's hiding? There's a gnat flying around my shit. I hate it. It's always in my face. Okazaki started heading in the direction of my home without asking for directions. He's only been there once. This guy's got a pretty good memory. She's like, I always forget where I live and I go there all the time. During my odd feeling of admiration, I realized I hadn't said a word since we left. This is awkward. Hey, can I ask you something? Oh, sure. What is it? Okazaki gently broke the silence as if he sensed the tension. Although it'd be problematic if he asks something I can't answer. Back when you were at that detective agency... straight to that. Besides kneeling, what else did you do? What else? Kneeling? Yeah, I was thinking, those guys don't seem the type to just take a job because you kneeled and begged them. It's kind of mysterious when I think about it. Well, I kneeled, but I wasn't exactly begging, if you know what I mean. No, I'm just kidding. Spacey gets inappropriate. Like, I'm sorry, but he's like, so what did you do? You think I did sexual favors, you pervert. That's what you're thinking. You're like, look, maybe they just did it because I'm cute. And then you just look at him because you're like, he's not going to be like, no, you're not, because that would be a douche thing to say. In other words, he'd be like, yeah, you're right. Oh my God, you think I'm cute? That's so nice. Woman logic. Anyway. It's kind of mysterious when I think about it. I don't remember if I read that, but... you see, I desperately racked my brain and said what came to mind. The truth is, I paid them a large sum of money. I don't know whether or not they're in financial trouble, but I think that sounds like a valid enough reason to take a job. But they aren't really enticed by cash. I was aware of this, so I just felt like I had dug my own grave. I see. That makes more sense. I can see them doing that. Okazaki nodded as if he understood. I was relieved that I hadn't just blown it. If I had, he would really suspect me. That said, I did find it curious that Okazaki would accept money as a legitimate reason. He draws a government salary, right? Maybe he's fallen on hard times. My thoughts had wandered off on a tangent. Glancing at the Shinjuku office buildings, I thought of the future. Starting tomorrow, I'll be working together with the others. I still didn't know anything about them. I didn't just need to learn about X Day, I needed to learn about the group members. We'll finally be working together, so I think it'd be good to get to know them better. And the perfect guy to help me with that was walking right in front of me. Okazaki? What's up? Well, I did choose the detective agency back there to take my job, but I've only met them a few times, so I don't know whether I can really trust them. Okazaki, is there anything about those people that you can tell me? Anything at all to reassure me? It's like, oh no, they're shady bastards. I was posing as a client, so I didn't think this was a strange thing to ask. My heart pounded as Okazaki looked at me. Okay, I'll tell you what I know about them. Oh, thank you very much. I guess I'll start with Yanagi then. I think he's mature. Huh? Unlike the other three, he's meticulous. He'll go over everything one step at a time. Plus, he's the one who intervenes whenever Takeru and Mineo start fighting. It's Mineo. I gotta be able to say that. Mineo. It's hard. Mineo. Start fighting. Takeru and Mineo. He's like the steadfast father figure of the agency. Father? Ooh, that's creepy. The image fit him to a T, and I giggled at how apropos it was. Apropos? That doesn't... I know that word, but I don't. That's weird. I don't know. Then, what about Sasazuka? Despite his act, Takeru's a pretty nice guy. Nice? Really? You look like you don't believe me. No, it's just Sasazuka always acts so prickly. But sometimes he gives me donuts. He tells me, you can have this, so go home. Wait, isn't that just him trying to bribe you to leave with donuts? Mineo, he's basically exactly what you see. Which is? Oh, is that all? Yep. Oh, that reminds me. He has a book called 100 Heart-Jerking Love Confessions on his desk. It's full of notes. See? He's like a super uber romantic. That's adorable. He's definitely hopeless romantic. I snuck a peek at some of the pages that he stuck notes to. Want to hear what they are? Yes. No, I think I'll pass. No, I want to know. Really? Then that leaves Shiraishi. Huh. He's weird. And I'm like, yeah, you didn't have that one. I didn't need to know. Weird? It seemed like I might finally gain some valuable intel. I looked at Okazaki with expectant eyes. When you say weird, what do you mean specifically? Actually, that guy... Even when he's mad, his eyes are smiling. If you study him, you'll see the little changes. I expected so much more than that. Nothing Okazaki has told me had much substance to it at all. I suppose Okazaki must observe the guys in the agency a lot to notice all these details about them. I snuck a sideways glance at Okazaki. For some reason, there was an eye mask in the pocket of his well-worn suit. I was seeing that before when he was standing there talking. I was like, what is that purple thing? But he was like talking and like my mind was wandering while I was reading. He wore an absent-minded look and a flippant manner of speech. If it wasn't for his badge, I'd never believe he was an SP officer. He might not be. Is there something on my face? You should check him out at work. Is that an SP badge? I've seen them in dramas, but I wondered if that's what they actually looked like. He's gonna fucking see you at work someday. I was also just trying to make small talk, but I also wanted to know more about him. So the question slipped out. I don't know if he really does. I don't know, maybe he doesn't. My curiosity overpowered my mental defenses. It just felt like something was off about him. That's right. This is a genuine SP badge that he stole from someone. He's a shady bastard. No. Without even a hint of caution, he confirmed his position in the SP. I'm on a mission right now, and I'm assigned to the detective agency. A mission? That guy works in the security police division at HQ. He's covering us while we investigate. His name's Kei Okazaki. I remembered what Yanagi told me earlier. And that's why I know a lot about those guys. I have to. I knew this was weird. Why was Okazaki protecting them when they'd all quit the police force? Or was it his official mission to protect them, while his objective was elsewhere? I knew I had to tread lightly, but there were so many questions I wanted answers to. Okay. If he's assigned to their office, I might run into him again. Right now, I wanted to know more about the people around me. What are you trying to protect? Huh? I don't know if... This might be probing too deep. You know what I mean? This might be like, what are you trying to protect? You know, like too much information. Like we're just getting to know him. We're like, oh, is that an SP badge? I've seen them in dramas. And I'm like, what are you trying to protect, buddy? And that's too probing, and that might not, like, you know what I mean? We gotta, like she said, we gotta do this carefully. So I feel like, hey, so is working for the SP difficult? Small talk, easy, not too proby, not too suspicious. Let's go with that. I decided to break the ice with a fairly innocuous question. Is working for the SP hard? I guess it is. I have to risk my own safety to protect designated individuals. It's a lot of physical and mental stress, apparently. Apparently? Personally, I don't really find it that hard. I'm just glad there are people to protect. Maybe he's stoic when it comes to his job. He did fall asleep on me last time. I'm sorry you have to walk me home. Your work is so tiring. I'll be fine on my own. Ah, this is nothing. It's fun talking to you, cat. I couldn't help but chuckle at the wide grin that he flashed me. No, this is no time to be laughing. Yanagi and the others were wary of him, and I know I shouldn't get too involved. Got caught up in his rhythm. I thought an SP agent would feel more cold and unapproachable. But you don't seem that way to me, Okazaki. So, I seem friendly to you? Huh? Well, I suppose you can say that. I see. I'm glad the kitty doesn't hate me. That's so weird. He seemed genuinely happy about that, and it's also strange, but I felt my cheeks go flush. So it could just be him flirting, like, well, I'm glad you don't think that because I'm flirty with you. But there's also something a little strange about him, so I'm not really sure how to take that. Even though I was wary, I was getting swept up in his silliness. Right? He's knocking you. See? False sense of security with this one. My knee hurts so bad. It's probably because I fell the other day at work. And by the other day, I mean yesterday for me. I'm like probably a week ago by the time this comes out. Oh my God. It was goddamn awful. It was horrifying. I like stumbled and it was like this. I kept stumbling and I kept trying to catch myself, but it didn't work and my shit went everywhere and I like fell and rolled. It was bad. And like there was like at least 7 people there. God, it was terrifying. It was so embarrassing. It was more my pride that hurt, but my knee really hurts right now. Like I'm trying to sit and like, I'm sitting on my bouncy ball, but I'm trying to like bring my leg up. And like, if I try to fold my knee, like if you were going to sit like Indian style, I'm sorry, we have to say crisscross applesauce. Whatever. Fucking Indian style. But if I'm trying to bring my knee up, like fold it up, it just like, oh my God, it hurts. Like just to stretch that, like, but it's so like my knee is like, no. My knee is like really stiff. I don't remember falling on that knee, but that knee is always kind of like, I don't know. Anyway, I can't allow myself to get careless. I must stay cautious. But I don't have bruises, which is odd, because like, I bruise if you look at me too hard. But once I started thinking that, I couldn't think of things to discuss. So I ended up not talking about anything else, and we reached my home. Okay, so was that the question we were supposed to ask him then, maybe? Okay. When I got home, I could hear Kazuki laughing in his room. In the doorway, I noticed another pair of boys' shoes. I glanced up at the clock. It was long past midnight. I should send him home. It'd be dangerous to make him leave now. Kazuki, could I talk to you? He looks pissed. Without a reply, the door opened and Kazuki's irritated face peeked out. What? I have a friend over now. I know that. But is your friend's family okay with it? Did you make sure to tell them so they know he's safe? Kazuki clicked his tongue and glared at me. It's fine, just give it a rest. He tried to close the door, but I snuck my slipper in before he could. Well, that's not all right. His parents might be worried, you know. Just tell me whether you called them or not. It's a girl. Shut up, all right? I already told you it's fine. I saw somebody behind Kazuki. It's a girl. Akito Sera. No, maybe it's not. I don't know. But he's adorable. Good evening, Spacey. Sorry for staying over so late. Oh, Akito. Good evening. Aw, he's adorable. Akito was Kazuki's best friend. Well, that's what I assumed he was because he came over so often. Maybe our brother is gay. Oh my God. They're best friends. They're not. They're boyfriends. Oh my God, Spacey, you're so dumb. Oh, your brother's got a boyfriend. That's adorable. I love it. I'm just going to pretend that. It's dangerous to go out at this hour, so I don't mind if you stay the night. Sorry about that. I'll spend the night then. I'll call my parents and tell them. Yeah, please do that. Are we done here now? Bye. Kazuki kicked my slipper out of his doorway, and it crooned. caroomed off the hallway wall. With a tiny sigh, I slipped my foot back into the slipper. I organized a discarded mass of shoes in the entrance, thinking of Kazuki. Kazuki went to a high school within Shinjuku. He persuaded our parents to let him go to the school here, provided he'd stay with me, and left our distant hometown of Niigata. I'm sure Mom and Dad are worried. I contact them every once in a while. It's true, because they're trapped in there. So he's like, no, I'm gonna go to school there, and I'll stay with Spacey. And I was like, I'd be like, fuck you! You're gonna stay with me. I gotta sleep in the living room, so you have a bedroom, you dumb fuck. Ow! Ow! I have an extra bedroom, and I'd be like, no! I like my personal space and being alone. Wanting him to stay as safe as possible, I once suggested to Kazuki that maybe it'd be a good idea to stay home and not go to school. But he just said, are you kidding me? In a really threatening tone. He's kind of a dick, our brother, but... We sleep in the living room. We do! We sleep in the living room! Oh my god, I don't like... Guys, that's like, you don't even have a bedroom. Because your brother stayed with you, I'd be like, no, what? Who's paying for you to stay here? I have a one-bedroom apartment and now you're taking my bedroom. My high school brother needs his own bedroom. Fuck you. This is my house. Terrible. Discouraged, I went to the living room and plopped down on my bed. I absentmindedly turned on the TV where the X-Day incidents were dominating news coverage. I mean, if you think about it, she comes in at all hours, so it makes more sense for her to sleep in the living room because she comes in late, he's got to get up early for school, and then she gets up early, she makes breakfast, blah, 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 and she's being the responsible adult even though she gets no sleep. You know? Or because she works nights, so she comes home, makes breakfast for him, he goes to school, she passes out, you know. But still, oh my god, she doesn't even have her own bedroom. Dude, I can't handle this. That's the part of this game I can't handle. Part of this game is like, no! Why don't you at least have a bedroom? Why couldn't they have given you a 2-bedroom apartment? Like, oh, your brother's gonna come stay with you. Okay, I'll get a bigger place. Oh my god! Oh my god! Why are you sleeping in the living room? You poor thing! Oh, it's okay if you sleep in the living room if you're like, I'm single, I live alone, and I have a studio apartment. But like, I have a 1-bedroom apartment and I live with my brother and like I sleep in the living room. You have no privacy. Oh god, I can't handle it. Again, I have a 2-bedroom fucking apartment all to myself. Like, because I have so much shit and I could probably have a 3-bedroom one all to myself. Okay? Like, I sit there and I'm like, I could have like a 5-bedroom fucking house all to myself and be like, this is fine. This is enough space. I just have a lot of shit. I wouldn't need this much space if I didn't have this much shit, but I know I need to clear out some shit, but still, a lot of it, like storage, stuff, like whatever. But still, I could never not have personal space. Like, it drove me crazy. Like, we were going on vacation one year, and we were taking the whole family, and we were going, and like my sisters and the kids and everybody, we were going to Disney for Christmas. That was a bad idea, but you know, it was supposed to be a big family Christmas, and we were gonna like rent a house, like somebody's fucking like mansion house, right? You know, it was like, okay, blah, 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 we'll get this, blah, blah, blah. And I was going to have to sleep with the kids. I'm like, I am not 22 years old. Okay. I was like, I'm well aware that I don't have a husband and I'm single, but like, I'm a fucking adult. I deserve a goddamn bedroom and some privacy. I want to be treated like a fucking adult and not like as like a 20-year-old. Like, oh, you're old enough to hang out with the kids. No. I'm not even, like, even as a teenager, it's like, okay, I get it. Like, yeah, not everyone's going to get their own bedroom, okay? Like, my nephews had to share a room. My one niece had to sleep in, like, the loft. Poor thing. But I was like, I deserve to have a bedroom, even if I'm by myself. Like, just because I'm not married, I have to sleep with the kids? I'm old, bitches, okay? Like, even when I go to my sister's house, like, I'm like, I have to sleep on your couch. That fucking hurts my back, dude. I'm too fucking old to sleep on your couch. My back is just terrible, though. Like, it's my hips. My hips are fucking terrible. I don't know. I'm, like, fucking old and I need hip replacement. But I'm like, and I think, I don't remember if it was my dad or mom. One of them was like, yeah, no, you're right. Thank you. I'm like, I'm fucking old. Like, what do I gotta be, like, 80 years old for people to be, like, treat me like a fucking adult and, like, not make me sleep with the kids? Like, I mean, yeah, there's a certain point where you get to, be an adult and you're like, nah, I want to sit at the kid table. It's way more fun. Like, but like, there are times where you're like, no, can I just seriously, I need some privacy is what it is. I'm an adult. I want to be able to be like, I'm going to bed and not, plus I'm also very weird about sleeping. I cannot sleep if I'm in a strange place. Like, especially if there are other people. Like, if I'm in a strange place with other people, like, I'm going to spend the night at my friend's house. I'm not going to be able to sleep. I will wake up constantly, like, oh my God. Because I'm just afraid, I don't know, somebody staring at me while I sleep. Sleep is a very vulnerable state. And there is something about my brain that is like sleeping and in the shower. Don't fuck with me. Don't mess with me. I don't like it. And I'm very anxious about those things. Like, I'm serious. Like, I'm wet and naked. Fucking don't fuck with me, okay? Or like, I'm sleeping. Don't fuck with me. And it's like a vulnerable state. And there's like a paranoia. So I cannot sleep in strange places without being like, I'm awake. Okay, no, we're good. And then you fall asleep. And like, no, I'm awake. And like, I will fitful sleeps and I will wake up constantly and be like, oh, no, okay, no one's staring at me. Okay. I'm fucking crazy. I can't. I don't know. It's like a weird thing. And then there were other times when you're comfortable and you're like, I'm gonna pass out on the couch. You could just pass out wherever. Like, usually I have to be like drunk or something for that. But unless I'm in a car, fuck you. I don't give a crap who you are. If I'm in a fucking car, I can be like, I'm wide awake. I'm in a car and it's dark. Out. Fucking out. It's the best way to put Spacey to sleep. Like, I can't sleep. I'm just going to go get in the car. It's really bad when you're driving and you're like, cars put me to sleep. It is bad. Anyway. Okay. So it just bothers me. Like, I wouldn't be able to sleep in a living room. I would never get any sleep because I'd be like, what? No! Don't look at me while I sleep. While pondering life in general, my thoughts drifted to Kazuki. He didn't used to be that way. I came to Tokyo right after I graduated. When I lived in Niigata, even if we didn't get along, we could at least speak normally. But ever since he started staying here, our relationship has worsened. Day by day, it felt like we were drifting further and further apart. I wish we could go back to how things were. Groggily turning, I felt the foreign object on my neck and snapped back to reality. That's right. For Kazuki, I need to uncover the truth behind X Day. I couldn't simply count on Yanagi's group. I wanted to contribute too. I got up and picked up the remote to shut off the TV. Something's gonna be on it. Oh, news anchor. Oh! Mikuni is one of our, I think that's, what's his face? Yes, that is the guy on the screen right now, and who is Hideo Mikuni. He is Watson in Code Realize. You're welcome! And now for our next story. Representative Rei Mikuni, a rising young government star. Rei Mikuni, a young politician and the son of the current prime minister. He's seen as a talented up-and-coming politician who has revolutionary ideas and many supporters. He has been a major proponent of safety within Shinjuku. I remember him. When I was back at the academy, he had some really passionate supporters. Mikuni, a resident of Shinjuku, has called for guarantees of safety for residents in the quarantine area, alluding to X Day. I don't know how the government does things, but it seems like the police aren't the only ones having problems. Her? I don't think it's a her, because it's voiced by a man. And we just said him anyway. Her critical statements about, I think his critical statements about police mistakes and injustice have come under fire as, right now I need to worry about myself. But that's interesting that scolding myself for getting distracted. I turned off the TV. That's going to come up later. I'll be starting my investigations tomorrow, so I should review the cases. That's cute. Our laptop opened. Magically, I booted up my PC to go over some articles about the X Day incidents. Which one should I review? April and May. Well, here's the thing. Nobody's investigating June, July. Does it matter which one we do? Can we do all of them? Do we do all of them? Okay, so here's the thing, right? Okay. April and May So here's my thing, right? This is where we can kind of know. Sasazuka is doing April and May, right? June and July, we don't know. They've never said. Enomoto is doing August. And September... But see, nobody said anything about November. September and October were Shiraishi, right? So let's go with August in case we can't do other ones. Because we're already sorta on Enomoto's path, and I'm okay with that. I don't know how we would get down Okazaki's path. But I definitely don't... I mean, we're already not going down... I know his name's Takeru, but, like... Sasazuka. I cannot fucking, for the life of me, his name doesn't want to stick in my brain right now. But anyway, we can't go down his path, right? We're probably not going to get down his path, so there's no point in reviewing that and getting points. If we're going to get points for anyone, let's do it for Enomoto because we're kind of already headed that direction. Online gamer serial killings. This incident had the most victims aside from the June middle school bombing and crumbled public opinion of internet users. We probably should have done them in order, but let's see if we can go back and check the rest of them. If we can, then we'll go in order. August 2nd. 3 men were shot to death in Shinjuku. However, their locations in the city, times of death, and their ages were unrelated. I hope I don't have to remember this, because I'm not going to. However, the numeral V was left at each crime scene, in addition to the coin, so that was 5. The killings were declared related to X Day. Okay. Most victims. 3 men shot to death. Times of death, ages, and locations were unrelated. Numeral 5 was left at each crime. Okay. From August 5th to August 7th, 3 people were killed per day, making 9 victims in total. 3 a day. Including the first 3 victims, all of the deceased played the same online game. A thread that bound the victims was found. The police appealed for caution, but the game had millions of players across the country, and panic erupted nationwide. So, if you want to go with the theory that maybe they were doing something because these people were conning people, or they were online bullying people, or something. If you want to go down the theory of maybe Adonis is punishing what they feel are bad people. So were these people like bullying people, or were they conning money out of people? Were they using it like weird kind of sick gambling? Maybe they were pervies, and like how there were perverts luring like kids in Fortnite. See, there you go. That's why you don't play popular games. Spacey. That's why you play alone Otome games by yourself. Nobody will come after you. But I'm also way too old for the perf, so it's okay. For me, it's not okay. It's okay for me. Like, I'll be okay, but it's really gross. Like, really fucking gross. But anyway, so maybe they were perps. Maybe they were luring kids. I mean, you can't blame Adonis for what they did if that's the case. You don't know, right? They played this online game, and that shit happens in online games. There's bullying in online games. There could be some other kind of weird, weird criminal activity. Like, what are you doing? Bribing people? Like, maybe you're like somehow, spying on people, or you're a perv and you're like luring little kids. I don't know. I mean, creepy shit. So maybe they were doing creepy shit. There were many victims, and obstacles like hackers attacking the game's servers made the investigation extremely difficult. Yeah, hackers attacking the servers, hiding because it's a pedo ring. That's all I'm saying. I'm just guessing here. Then on August 14th, 3 more players of the game were killed at different locations. All victims belonged to the Shinjuku Guild, and they were all Shinjuku residents. It was speculated that in-game bullying might have been what sparked these killings. Okay, see? There was a terrible fear that a large number of people had been complicit in the murders. On August 18th, a suicide victim was found who claimed to regret bullying others online. This person was not a resident of Shinjuku. So see, okay, so I'm not saying bullying is good, but I'm just saying murdering bullies is probably a little excessive. Now, if you were murdering pedos, not quite as... that's not as excessive to me. Like, I would have been like, understandable. They were bullying. I don't know. I mean, you just beat them, but murdering them seems excessive. Just a little bit. But hey, you know what I mean? This is what I'm saying, though, right? They are doling out justice to people that are not paying for crimes that they see as crimes. I mean, bullying is wrong. Punishable by death? I don't really think so, but you know, hey, their methods are a little extreme, but you know what I mean? So this is kind of falling into that theory, but anyway. In late August, another video was uploaded. Indiscriminate murder. Many of you believe this was injustice. If only you knew the truth. They needed to be killed. They committed sins that required judgment. We saved future victims by delivering it. And maybe they weren't bullying. Maybe everyone was like, oh, it's online bullying. They think it's bullying. And so somebody who didn't live in Shinjuku was like, oh my god, I bully people, and then killed themselves. But maybe it wasn't bullying that was going on. Maybe it was a pedo ring. That's all I'm saying. Because you know what I mean? They needed to be killed if you only knew the truth. Like, they were bullying. Excessive. They were touching kids. You know what? I kind of behind you on this one. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Interesting. Or who knows what else was going on. But they committed sins that were... Okay, we're at that. Countdown to X Day. 5. The country was in fear of Adonis, yet distrust of the police mounted, mainly due to their ineffectiveness on the X Day cases. For now, the damage was limited to Shinjuku, but what if Adonis turned their eyes outward? If bullying in a video game warranted death, what sort of sin would merit judgment next, but you don't know that's what it is? Anyone could be next. The incident was the impetus for the Shinjuku Quarantine Act, as well as the repeal of the Swords and Weapons Control Law within Shinjuku. Oh, so this was a good one to start with. Because now we know what was like the whoa, 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 lock this shit down. Which one should I review? Okay, let's start with the first one then. We're going to review everything. Okay, these are the cops. Police abduction incident. April 4th, 2000... XX. Nice. It all began with this video. A video on the Shinjuku Station TV shows a group of what appeared to be tied-up police. In order to restore tainted Japan to health, the countdown to X Day will now begin. The altered voice disclosed a list of scandals the 4 people were accused of. Collusion with organized crime, embezzlement, trumping up evidence, excessive use of force, bullying fellow officers into suicide. See? Okay, so this goes right back to my original theory. They are doling out justice to people they feel are criminals and that are just getting away with terrible things. So this is where I feel like they were like, oh, she's a sympathizer, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, I mean, I'm not saying they're doing it the right way, but there's a method to their madness, and there's a logical reason why they're doing this. Because but the thing is like, there are so many people in the world right now that get away with fucking shit, usually because they're white men. Okay, let's be honest. And they can seriously dole out, like, whatever bullshit. Like, I mean, seriously. Well, she shouldn't have been wearing a short skirt if she didn't want to get raped. Maybe you should keep your penis to your fucking self. Shit like that, you know what I mean? It's usually what happens, right? And then nobody ever pays for their crimes, and then it's like, and these victims have to live with shit. So like this, like, bullying fellow officers into suicide. That is some seriously fucked up shit. Like, the person and their family, because you're a fucking prick? Again, I'm not saying that they should be kidnapped and murdered, but I'm just saying, you know. So Adonis is like, you need to pay for your actions. Again, excessive. But they kind of have a point. Not saying that you should murder people, but they have a point that these are people that are terrible and need to pay for their actions. And nobody's paying attention and everybody's just letting it slide. Not that they're white dudes, because we're in Japan, right? But still. You know what I mean? But they're like, probably, like, but these are people, like, they're government officials, right? So it's like, they're gonna get away with anything, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, cop's not in the wrong. Probably is. You know, I mean, but these people are getting away with things that they shouldn't be getting away with. But why did Adonis decide that they wanted to do this? They were just... Something happened to the person who's leading this that just made them so pissed off and was like, fuck this shit, I'm taking matters in my own hands. So it's curious. Anyway. It's not our brother, is it? I don't know why it would be. It's not like our parents were murdered or something. But I'm just like, it's our brother. That's why he said we'd be a sympathizer. I don't know. That'd be fucking hilarious. There's a lot of side characters that it could be. We haven't met them all, but anyway. Criminals such as these must face capital punishment. They must be exterminated. We will resurrect truth in this world. No longer will only the weak be persecuted. I mean, that's true. Weak is being persecuted, and like, the higher up you are in the ladder, the less chance you're going to have to pay for the repercussions of your actions. He always wondered if it was a tacky commercial. The indifferent voice echoed through Shinjuku. Then the video displayed these words: Countdown to X Day 9. The gruesome countdown mentioned at the start of the video had begun. Officer abductions and murder. May 4th, the officers in the disturbing video hadn't been found and the situation turned dire. This was broadcast online, unlike in April. Thank you for watching, everybody. Time for judgment is at hand. After that short intro, gunshots rang out. In order to cure Japan, such people must be exterminated. So the April and May incidents are basically the same. It was kidnap, and then, oh, well, there's the number in the back. Actually, doesn't that say 8 in it? So the kidnapping was number 9 and the murder was 8? That's weird. When judgment was rendered, the voice spoke. Judgment has been passed as a preview of X Day. This is not the end. Henceforth, we will mete out justice in the name of the nation's rebirth. Our name is Adonis. Hear me well, listeners. Make sure that you remember this name, okay? May this world become a paradise. Countdown to X Day 8. The police arrived far too late. The death of one officer was confirmed. However, many others' bloodstains were found. The other 3 victims had just vanished. Huh. Which one should I review? June. Yeah, we're going in order. 7. Middle school explosion. Oh my god! Okay, I understand the comp one and maybe the bullying secret pedo ring thing. But I'm just guessing. But what? Why would you blow up a middle school? June 4th, an explosion occurred at a middle school in Shinjuku, killing all members of a class. They were doing a science experiment at the time, so it was initially ruled as an accident. However, the damage caused changed the ruling. The Roman numeral 7 was drawn... I don't know why I had to pause and think about that. Was drawn on the roof of the building, and a coin was found at the site, identical to the one in the May crime. It's likely linked to April and May's cases. No fingerprints were found at the scene, and all people present perished. So much is still unknown about this case. Yeah, you murdered kids! Explosive residues were found, but they were from easily obtainable components. The school festival had been held recently, so determining suspects had been difficult. Afterwards, the group calling itself Adonis uploaded a video in the mid-June. A heartbreaking event has occurred. However, this was not indiscriminate murder. All of the deceased were in fact sinners. If you knew the extent of their crimes, you would accept their deaths as just. To save all people from sadness, we of Adonis will continue to judge the wicked. Countdown to X Day 7. A dedicated investigations office in Shinjuku Station was set up to handle X Day cases. But what? Okay, here's the thing. So they said something about the cops being, like, corrupt, blah, blah, blah. So at least you understood that, and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, well, we kind of understand. But what did the kids do? They just said, oh, if you knew, maybe you should tell people. Be like, they were all sinners, this was their sin, blah, blah, blah. So that, because here's the thing, you're just instilling fear in people, right? But you're not telling them, you know what? We murdered all of these people for this reason. Like, you told them about the cops. Oh, they're, like, criminals, extortion, bullying people into suicide. Oh, they're horrible people. So you're going out and you're being like, they did all these horrible things. But then you just killed a bunch of fucking middle schoolers. The fuck did they do wrong? You should tell people. You should be like, they were all sinners. Their sins are like this, blah, blah, blah. Like, or just give them something because you're like, because I'm just looking like you killed a bunch of kids. That just seems pretty fucked up. And I'm really actually more curious as to what exactly they did. Stalker murder. See this? Stalker murder. Okay. This guy is a creepy stalker. Oh, okay. Again, you could go after murderers and rapists and pedophiles, but you're going after crooked cops. Oh, okay, I kind of understand that. A stalker. I mean, okay, he's creepy, but like, dude, did he murder anyone yet? Okay. You're going after online bullies. Okay. Pedo ring, maybe? I mean, there's just, you're kind of low leveling it right now. Like, you're killing like the lowest level, like the lowest kind of like, well, okay. So crooked cops, that's kind of in the middle zone, right? Because like, their job is to protect the peace and protect people, and they're being shady bastards. So like, that's kind of, you know. But like a stalker and like bullies, they suck. And they're terrible. And yes, they could progress past that. But there are murderers and rapists out there and like pedophiles. Why aren't you going after those motherfuckers? And middle school kids. What? Aside from the fact that kids are douchebags, what? What did they do? I'm curious. I really want to know. I'm sure we'll find out, but anyway. July 1st. A man who had been stalking a woman was killed by a bystander. The assailant was caught on the spot. Many witness accounts thought it was a legitimate act of self-defense. Okay, so a man was stalking a woman and a bystander killed him. So then the bystander was caught on the spot. Many witness accounts thought it was a legitimate act of self-defense. However, the assailant was previously taken into custody as a suspect for the May X-Day incident. So he's currently in detention. Okay, that's why we're not investigating, because we have a suspect. Afterward, the Roman numeral 6 and another coin were found at the victim's residence. Both the assailant and the stalking victim were suspected to have ties to Adonis, but no evidence was found to corroborate this. What you doing, bugger? Just hear him back there chirping along. In early August, Adonis released a video declaring the incident part of the countdown. A man was arrested for defending himself. Don't you find this unreasonable? He was a hero who saved a woman. This woman had been plagued by her stalker for ages, but the police did nothing. Okay, so see, they're taking, again, extreme justice. But then again, a stalker can turn into a rapist and a murderer, so I'm just saying. We, Adonis, cannot overlook this, so we pass judgment on the victim's behalf. Countdown to X-Day 6. Also, this month's countdown is 5. Soon our judgment shall fall again. And we already read that one. I'm not going to remember these. Which one should I review? So we already reviewed the August one, which was 5, which was... Oh, right, the gaming one. September 7th. Another video was uploaded declaring that the countdown to X-Day had reached 4 and displaying Adonis' signature coin. You're not necessary to this world. Have you ever thought something like that? Your birth was a mistake. Existence is meaningless. There is no hope. Who created such a world? It was truly unnecessary. Adonis will mete out justice to the people who delight in creating such despair. Countdown to X-Day 4. On the 7th of September, the hanged body of Ken Hachisuka, who lived alone, was discovered in his apartment by his girlfriend. The police believed it to be a murder disguised as a suicide. Only a Roman numeral was discovered at the scene, not the coin. The police firmly believed this to be another X-Day killing and investigated. It was discovered that another man visited the apartment on the day of the murder. The visitor's name was Yuki Tsunemori. He also attended the same free school as the victim, and they had interacted before. His fingerprints were found at the scene, and the police investigated him as a likely suspect. Tsunemori claimed to be a chosen one and had a coin like the others that were found. Analysis found the coin to be exactly the same as those found at previous X-Day scenes. Police arrested Tsunemori as an X-Day suspect and ceased further investigation. This one sounds shady. Then 1 month later, on October 7th, okay, so this is the September-October, another video declaring the countdown had reached 3, displaying Adonis' signature coin, was uploaded to the internet. I am, she is, he is, not needed in this world. I wasn't allowed to wish for happiness from the very moment that I was born. I was unnecessary. Thus, we will discard everything. We will break those who create sorrow. Countdown to X Day 3. Investigations was concerned about the September video, but the suspect, Tsunemori, was already in custody. Also, no new X Day style events had occurred and no deaths were reported. However, the day after the video went live, Tsunemori hung himself in his cell. The police had lost their only X Day lead and the truth was shrouded in darkness. But that's a girl. September and October. But we didn't. Which one should I review? Okay, September and October incident. But the October, that one seems really shady and weird. So there's more to that, which is probably why we can't investigate those until we go Shiraishi's path, right? Down his path, right? Because those ones, there's no open and shut. There's such a vagueness about them. So, and I don't know about the November. Disguised traffic accident incident. November 5th. A collision between a truck and a motorcycle officer led to 2 fatalities. This was initially reported as an accident, but surveillance camera footage revealed that the traffic lights had been manipulated and the incident was reclassified as an X-Day event. The Roman numeral 2 was discovered at the scene, and one of the victims was holding the signature coin, but this was not publicized. An investigation treating this as part of the X-Day cases was started. After this, Adonis uploaded another video to the internet. Some people exist who should have never been born. Self-centered, arrogant, demeaning. People with these qualities in excess trample upon the dignity of others. We, Adonis, shall pass judgment upon you people overflowing with base desires. Countdown to X Day 2. But we never talk about this one either. Which one should I review? That's enough for now. Okay. I think this is enough for now. Oh, I didn't realize that was a thing there, but thank God, because I'm like, how does it know? What do you mean? I've reviewed them all. Even for a summary, there was much to digest. Even if I decided to undertake this on my own, I would have had no idea where to start. I need some direction. Oh, and if someone is working this month's case, we'll be working on it together. Oh, the month's case. The letter said I needed to grasp the truth of X Day. In that case, it might be quickest to investigate them as a whole with Yanagi. He was also sympathetic about the collar. We can't. Enomoto is looking into April and May, I think. No. The first case, eh? No. They said August. Oh, no, he is looking into April and May. Right. I don't know why I keep thinking August. No, he is looking into April and May. Right, because he's the first in the timeline, technically. Although, like I said, the one thing said Okazaki in the timeline, but Enomoto, right, was because Sasazuka was looking into August. Oh, God, I did that wrong. I'm glad we had to review them all, because I would have picked the wrong one. I keep mixing the two of them up with what cases they're on, like the cases they're on. The April and May incident started it all. There might be some good hints there. I had personal interest in August when the quarantine and weapons policy were enacted. Sasazuka's on August. I wonder if he'd really cooperate, though. Next was... That just leaves Shiraishi. Shiraishi was scary in his own unique way. Out of the whole group, he was the only person who was openly enjoying my situation. He had a unique way of viewing my collar. He saw it as a source of great amusement. Besides, Shiraishi is the one who could most easily plant the letters. If someone at the station slipped the letter into investigation's file, I had to be wary. However, the most obvious suspect wasn't some shadowy mole, but rather Shiraishi. If I'm going to investigate Shiraishi, I'll probably have to work on the case he has. He moved between the police and Yanagi's group. It was odd that he decided to reopen the already solved September case. I'm so confused. Further complicating things, I'd have to work my day job while secretly investigating. I'm terrified, but I have no choice. Okay, I've got a handle on what I have to do. I had a rough idea of what I'd have to do starting tomorrow, so I sighed in relief. Speaking of which, they told me to go to Sakuragawa for help getting into that. Her name is really complicated. I'll go see her tomorrow. Month 12, day 7, 11:30 a.m. This is the perfect place to stop because we're on the next day. or a little under time, but it's okay. So we're going to stop here before, we get too far into it. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.